Welcome back to Timberborn and our Series 3 playthrough, where we're, I would like to say we're on the edge here. It's looking very, very dodgy that we may run out of food. So I'm going to have to be careful. But I've obviously got, well, in fact, actually, I've got far too many beavers now, so we'll turn the beaver train off just for a while. And hopefully we'll start to get the food back running. It's not what I want to do, but I have got enough to do most of the work that I want to do. We've got this running. I could also, I could utilize as much of this as I can. Crop. Here, here, and here. Now, I also, well, let's see how far they can stretch this out to maybe here. Just to use as much of this as I can. And obviously they can, we are in the process of putting this together. I can turn this on now from last time. Can they walk on top of that? I wonder if we can walk it. I'm sure they can walk on top of that. Let's just try. I suppose they won't need to do that with this. Let's just get rid of that. Actually, have I done the wrong... Because that should be them, shouldn't it? Let's just delete that. And see if it's a... I've not built one of these before, so this is all... This is relatively new. It's supposed to have done piped. Oh, okay. So it is one of them. Delete that. Just selected the wrong one. I want to pause this because I want them to pick that up, and I want them to go round and put this in, and this, and this, and this, and this, and go through there. Most important part, get done in here. They'll do these because they can walk through. That's why I paused them. This I don't really need to pause, and this I don't need to pause. Not too sure why I built that one, because it doesn't really need to have that one. I don't think it would make much of a difference. We gotta use that, can we? Wrong part, pig. Come on. That's better. You see the right part now. These are only vertical shots. I suppose you could use them as horizontal shots. You could use them as anything you want. But it's almost there. This should increase the speed at which they're going to use this. They don't need any power. It's automatically powered. I think they'll try to go through here and then they'll realise they can't. So hopefully, yes. We are through this bad water bit. Hopefully we do not get this again for a short while, because otherwise it's going to absolutely crucify me. And I don't fancy that. At the moment it's almost to its height. Its width that I'm sort of thinking about. They can walk around there and get there. That's why I did it. And obviously they can walk around. It's not ideal, but it's the whole point is it's not about ideal. It's about stabilizing everything that we've got. Most of the water is more than likely just going to hold off, and that's what we want. By putting this water in here, I stabilise that, which is something I may have to look at. I can't afford a 3-day. It just can't be a 3-day. It's going to be out. It's ridiculous. That's been 2 bad waters, a 3-day and a 3-day. Really, that's just horrendous. It's a bit unfair, but then that's just the way things go. Can they build that one? Yes, they can. I'm just waiting for them to pull the finger out. Come on, guys. Pull your fingers out. I think I could probably get... Sorry about that, pushing that round that fast. I don't... Yeah, we can get some more builders. The builders I need in here, this is important to get things going. So I pushed more builders in. Let's push that in. Push that in. There's only 4, you see. And then we'll get... We just need this 4 to be running within a short period of time. I've already got these running. These are on and waiting, so I don't have to wait. We're not too bad for water here. It's about halfway down of the... Well, yeah, about halfway down of the 10... Come on. At least put me that in. How much metal have I got left? It's fine. How much planks have I got left? I'm just checking to see if I've got everything that I need. Right, this is in. It's only the matter of time to... I may be able to get this down by the time that this comes in. There we go. That's fine. I could have put this on a 3, but I'm just holding out. I'm just putting as much effort into this as humanly possible for the beavers. Probably don't need that one. Well, I would need that one actually. That would just blow that one up. Right, again, get this in. 2 to go. After, well, 3 to go. They can, these 2 here they can reach because they can get that on that diagonal, but I can't get these 2 on a diagonal, you see. Unless I built a straight line to it, but I'm not really bothered too much about that. I can probably delete that bit of path here. If I could get to find out where the delete button went. And then plant crops, cassavas in there. It's only a small bit, but it's just an extra bit to be able to... some of this will die any... Well, no, I don't think it will, actually. I was thinking about that, but I don't think it will. Right, let's put this one on. We are... It's the berries that's the problem. I am getting, obviously, this coming through, and they are starting to come back. But the problem is they're going to take another 12 days before they're actually fully... You know, they're fully done here. Plant trees and berries. I want that one to be planted. That one's still in there. That's good. I want water. Because they've got 5 days, you see. And these are all full. So we should prioritize cassavas here. It doesn't really make any difference because that's the only thing that they can do anyway. I'm prioritizing harvesting. It's probably not enough, so I need to even get even more. Let's... If I blow that down, they won't be able to reach to get any more of them, will they? So that's going to be a problem. I'll do that, and then I can get blow that, and then that's done. Right, let's... Because they have to take... The trouble is they have to take the cassavas to the thing, you see. But by going through here, they're right close to it. Which should save a bit of time. As you can see. He's walking up to do it off. So that gets us more food. So it should increase the food. So it should be 300. We're gonna lose some if we don't pick this system up. This now will work. I've not tried this before. Oh, why aren't you using that bloody thing? Oh, come on. Water, water, water. We've got 3 days, and we're just about on the cusp of getting water. Yeesh. I'm going to turn this off, because I don't really need to have this running. I'll give me some of them back. Gears are full. Planks are almost full. Everything's almost full. It's just, give me that water! Cycle 36 of a nightmare. This hasn't been an absolute... Why are you not going through there? It's choose network entrance and exit. They're not two different ones, are they? Oh, I haven't got the path connected. I wonder why it wasn't working. Now they might work. Yeah, they go. There we go. Yeehaw! I couldn't understand why it wasn't working, but now I can understand why it's... There we go. There we go. Now we should start to maybe pull some foods through it a little bit faster. I can now get rid of this, like here, and that should be... We can see it going through, because they do the... yeah, that's a... Chew. Oh, they're bi-directional. I can do one way and do the other at the same time. I'm going to prioritise harvesting over planting. In fact, actually, I might even do a half here, and let's work out where half the thing is, and then cut this down and put even more on here. It is working. They are going to using it to obviously come in here and start this ball rolling, which will help because it'll allow these to grow. Most of these are on their cusp of doing their 12. Some of these are on the 16. You know, already on the full. Water is it coming back? Are we getting the water back? Is it coming in? Is it? Yes, it is coming in. It's pumping. I'm doing that, and then I'll work out where this needs to be. Right, that's a 3. That's a 2. I didn't put one in there, but I might not even need one in there, but it doesn't matter. let's just pause. We want... Oh, this is relatively easy because all these are going down. Let's do storage. Let's do water. Pump. That'd be there, that'd be there, that'd be there. Meaning I don't need this. That can go. That's one set. It's 4 and it's... I actually think it's this set that needs to... The entire set of here needs to go, doesn't it? We'll delete that. Delete that. Then we can put some more water in here. Rotate them. That now should be a massive amount of water dump. Obviously, I cannot get rid of. I might as well get rid of. I might as well get rid of the stuff that I don't want. And it'll pick that up. Do the path. Do a path. It probably should do these because I've got that many beavers. The problem is I've got to keep an eye on this diet rate. Now this is going to go, obviously, you get them to do this. This water is now back and running again. Food is still going down, but hopefully this is going to be stabilized. The thing is, if I can get as much water in these and fill up, I can turn some of these off, which then I'll use for other things. 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 13 by my book. This one here. If I do this and I do this, I know it's food and I know they've grown, but there's not much I can want to do about that. And get them out, and then I'll put another set in here. And that'll get obviously another even more. I don't know whether it's best to do cassavas on one side and cannolis on the other. Because obviously cassavas, they do, I think it's a one, well, they don't need to do anything with it. You get a 2 with 3 days. But obviously you get more with this because you get 1, but that's 4, you get double the amount. So I think it's a better ratio, but I'm not too sure. Right, let's now get... If I can hold out long enough, obviously we're pumping a lot, but as they're going into their sleeping, even though they're not doing much sleeping, that's gone down to 350 now. It only needs to last long enough for these section here. Like I said, this section here needs to be... this is at 99 now. This is newer stuff. This is obviously only a 20-something. So it's grown its thing, and it'll obviously take another 12 days, and then that'll start getting the berries coming back in again. I know this is absolutely mental, but it's just the way that I've buggered it up. You know, I could do more of these as well. Put more of these trees down, or not allow them to grow, and then you know, move them over here. Oh, I didn't. Why did he replace them then? Plant trees, plant oaks. Let's do that. Even though I have got the 5,000, I've built this now. So we've got obviously another one on top. To do another layer, I'd have to do something else. I'll say that I do have a ladder, so I don't really need to do that. I don't understand why I didn't do that to start with. I forget about it sometimes. I've got a ladder in here. I'll have to rotate that though. According to one of my viewers, you could do that, and he's right. I didn't know you could do that. I assumed they all had to be the same way. So that's something else. It's all these little bits that people, you know. This is. I think this is why it's important that, you know, when you when you're watching these things and you say, "Oh, why is Pig doing that?" or "Why is he doing that?" or you know, to sort of. Sometimes I don't understand. You know, I'm only a pig after all. You know, I'm trying to get as much logs in. I might as well get as much logs in as I can, and then that obviously will. I don't know why I don't blow this thing up here, because this isn't any use to nobody. Get rid of them, and that way I can get more. I want to stop this one, which then I can do an underground here and dam that up, and obviously start to use this area as another one for this, because it's obviously it's now flooding. You know, it's taking all the water. I've got so much water coming through. In fact, I might actually just increase that by, say, 0.8. The more water I can hold in here, the better it is. Might even be able to get to 0.9 if I'm lucky. I don't want it to obviously I don't want it to flood. But that is a good percentage. That might be another 15% water that I'm holding into here. How are we doing? We are about halfway. Well, we're not. Remember, mind, this is a lot more larger. We're still not increasing in the berries at the moment, but they are coming through. They are slowly getting to 100%. I did say that I wanted to put another barrier on there. I'm gonna have to go down here, I think. And then do it. I think they can go. Yes, they can go around here. I was gone about doing another. There, I think they can get down. I suppose I could do a. I didn't need to do this. I could have done the ladder. In fact, probably the ladder would have been cheaper, actually, saying that. Let's get rid of this. By the time you're doing that... I keep forgetting, it's because I'm so used to the Oasis playthrough where we don't have ladders. Sometimes I keep forgetting that we do have ladders in this one, because it's a full version. Well, it's a... Yeah, what I mean, it's not the experimental version. That's what I actually mean. How much do I want to dam up? Probably dam in here. The idea is to hold the water in each section on its own, like I've got here, and when I have to use the filler, which I'm going to actually do to just try and flood this one here. I'll do it, but I'll turn it off. It just allowing each section to be filled on its own, if you like, without. Can I do one there, and then could I get another one in? It's only going to be. It's just a temporary. It's what I call a temporary fix of another fix. For example, this will fill up this section. Hell of a lot to fill up, I understand. This will fill up this section, and this will fill up this section. It's just to keep everything, going, and then I can turn these off. Bad water approach in 3 days. A drought. Now, that's just as bad. Now, I don't know where droughts are as long. The only trouble with the drought is obviously we don't get these moving. And I don't know. I don't think I've got enough of everything to be able to get these things going. I'm more worried. Now we are getting a lot more cannoli in. These bloody things are still not producing enough. Which is flipping annoying, to say the least. Obviously, I've got double the amount of... how are we doing here? I'll start to turn on one section of these. Just one. Because this is going to lower. And I'm not going to get... Yeah, see, we got the cassava, and it's gone again. As long as this starts to slowly increase and not get used up, that's what I'm looking for. I will... as I said, trees, clear the planting. So this here is not going to get replanted again. This section is not going to get replanted again. This section is not going to get replanted again. So when they get cut down, they're going to get changed to cannolis. And that to me is probably a better idea than having anything else. I'm going to. I want this water to come round here because it doesn't normally water this as well. Let me think. If I do that and I do that, that'll allow that water to come round. I might even decrease this water actually and not have it as wide. Which will give me obviously a bit more land for the cannolis. Like there. Not too worried about that. Just here. I think they can put this on. Oh, it's too far from the district. But I might be able to do that. Is that too far? Oh, they don't have a... Oh, I've got a that down there. What I can do then, not ideal, but it'll do. I'll do this, and then I'll build that, and then they'll walk around, fill this in. This will give me a little bit more room. Just need one, and trying every trick in the book. As we can see, these berry counts has just started. The cannoli is working its magic. Because I'm getting slightly more. I'm going to do a 2. I'm going to do a 2. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 2. 2, 2, 2, and 2. Right. That should get us even more pulling. It's so important to get this going. I'll tell you something. I don't think I've been worked so hard in a Beavers playthrough ever. Let's just see if we can get that to 95 and push this just to the top edge. How are we doing with this? This is actually yes, it's working. Working. I think that is fully on 0. I won't. Because I need to get down there before I blow this. And then let's get that then well, I don't even know how far the water. Let's do a tunnel. Where's the flipping tunnel? No, that's terrain. That's tunnel. I want to send it right out there. Right, then that's going to do its thing. The reason why is then all this is going to flow down here and not flow down there. And then we can sort of increase this, and I might be able to get some of this as thing as well and shut this off. Obviously, this here is going to have some sort of sluice system in here. As I'm filming this, Timberborn 1 is not being released. These will change. These are not sluices, they'll be valves, and all this will be going, and it's going to be a nightmare. I am not. Hopefully, it won't change in this version because it'll break every single thing, and it'll be an absolute nightmare, which will be fantastic. Not. Yeah, I've got to keep getting this. I've got to keep them going. How are we doing? We've got one up there. Plant, crop. There. I don't think they can reach this. I think that's the problem. No, they can't reach this bottom. It would have been an idea to shove these. I've got obviously 5 here, 2, 4, 5, and I've got 4 there. It would have been more ideal to have the other set down here, and then they would have been able to do the the both of them. But it is what it is. This is all it's growing. It's definitely this is my bread and butter. As you know, I'm not a huge fan of the. Shall we? Why is it not built? Let's get this going. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know you're doing all this to get this going, and that's very nice kind of you. We are almost full. We may have hit a plateau, if you like, where we cannot get any more this in equilibrium. In other words, as this is going in, this is pulling it out. In other words, it's very difficult to get this full. So I might even have to add in I might have to redesign this to come down here, which means then I can get all this changed to add another one in. Don't forget they're all linked to each other, so there's no problem there. I'll have to build this water up system here, so that'll be another thing. And obviously it's gonna be somewhere there, I think. Just there, so this levy system here would have to change as well, but it's an important thing. Unless I do it from here, And yeah, I suppose I could do that. I mean, where is the power though? Where would the power come from? I suppose I could take the power from here because we've got these. That's probably a way to do it instead of changing that. But it is obviously when they go to sleep, it stops. Now, normally in a situation they would be going to sleep quite a long time and it would fill back up again. But as I'm not doing that, we're now on the drought. And I'm just going to put this up to 2. So that stops. I'd rather have this fill into... now it's going to stop. Up to the point. 17 days. Not too bad. That's doable. That's definitely doable. And I think it will help with the water situation. No end. I'm going to stop this. Obviously, to keep as much of this water in as possible. Once this goes down, I'm going to now send them down to 16 hours. The reason why is because we're on a drought anyway. It's not going to make too much of a difference. And they are going to pump. And obviously, these are going to come online when they can come online. I've now gone down to 203. I'll enable these two. We were at 110, so I've lost the 7. I'll put these 2 back in. What am I doing here? Am I not running anything? I'm not too sure, actually. Why isn't this running? There's no... Oh, it's not running because we're not drawing any power, and it won't run unless these are wanting to run, so it won't fill them up. Yeah, you see, this is where the tubes come in advantage. We can run these through bad water, which we cannot do with the zip lines. So there is an advantage with them in some respects. I'll get these back going, like I said, when I can. And that's as much water... Well, it's not as much water. I want this as well. So we have a massive amount of water dumping. Dumping. I'm going to turn these off because I don't think we need these running. And it will keep all this high. I'm going to send this back to 180, I think. Probably be okay now to set this back to our 195. Just, you know, as much water as I can get in there. Berries has gone down, as we see. That will be to do with the fact that, obviously, this is running. I am definitely still in the game, but not by much. I'm tinkering on the edge. As long as I can get these running to the 100% that I want them. We haven't built any of these yet, I don't think. This is there, but I don't need this to run. This needs to be built, and this needs to be built. Don't need that to be running. But I need that to be working. Have we built this yet? No, that's not been built. And we can get to it. So, I don't understand why they've decided in their infinite wisdom to not allow that to be done. It's not that they can't get round. Because they can get round. They're just refusing point blank to do that at this precise moment. It's probably because this was in full. Whew. I tell you something, this has been an absolute... I don't know whether to have this again, like here, when... and 12. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one will be the one. Clear this out. Clear this out. I suppose that's in 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep. Which with this one, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that we want to delete, clear that one out, clear that one out. What we're going to do is we double. This is going to come down. I'm going to double it. Double the double, and get more. Because obviously, look, we cannot get this. It's sat there, and I cannot have that. I must improve my bus. No, I don't want to do that because it's quite random, man. Perfectly fine as it is. And then we'll get that built, and we get them on. I've got to keep an eye on this. This needs to be relatively high. That's metal. Why is our metal not doing metal? With a bit of that, I'm gonna do. That many. Then I'm gonna do a ladder that way, and then that way can be that way, that way, that way, that way, and that doesn't need one. That is wood, logs, and logs, and logs. There's a reason for that, is that this here cannot be cut because I just have too much. I don't have the room to put the logs in. I can get rid of this. They will do these two. I think they might even go all the way around, actually. I don't know. Yeah, they can go all the way around. I'll leave them to go all the way around. That's it. Thank you very much. That clears that. Plant. Why not plant the trees? Why not get them in there? Don't know whether we'll get 2 in there. We'll see. That's giving us a bit more. This one's not planting. Don't know why. Now it is. And obviously, as they start to build this, theoretically, all these, when they get cut, because they're not cutting, will go down. And I mean, this is a bit. This been done. Has it been done? Has it been done? Because it has been done. There. Could I have that done, please? I know you're busy beavers, but it's important that I have. It's important that I have what I have. I will take that down. When we're just waiting for this to that and then get cut again, because they can reach that. I don't need any treated planks, you see. That's why I'm not too much worried about that. I'd rather have the food coming in. The food is increasing, which is stopping the berries going down. The berries will increase once these get to 100%. We've got some going. Obviously, it's 12 days. It's a bloody nightmare. Right. Let's do farm. Do farm, and do farm. We'll go cassavas. We'll do this. We'll get this running. We get this running. We'll get this running. We'll get this running. It feels I'll tell you somewhat. I was playing this obviously last week, the last one, and I felt absolutely knackered. I was so exhausted after a fit. That was the most exhausting, playthrough I think I've ever done. It was such. It felt so intense, and trying to do everything that I'd learned throughout the game and more, you wouldn't believe. But these droughts will work quite well because it's not the bad water and it should allow me to, well, saying that though, I suppose it's just the same really. It's not, by putting this to 95, it's very little water. We got 13 days left. So that's good. Now they're going to get this in. This is obviously what we want. Now I don't think... How far can they reach? They can only reach there, which is going to be a problem. Let's engineer this here. Food, crops. I think it comes under crops. No, it comes. Does it come under crops? Yeah, it comes under crops. Clear that. When you get that, don't put that down. We'll move this down. We'll have this down as a. I'm going to get rid of that. It's a tapper shack. I'm not using a tapper shack. That'll give me a bit more room. I could use the 2. The reason why I'm doing this is then I can get the farm going this way, and take 2 of these out offline. One maybe there, one maybe there. To start doing down here, because that way I can reach this corner. I can't reach the corner here. It's too far away. In fact, I don't even know whether that's close enough either. So let's... Yes, it is. I'll put this on, actually, because I can actually put this on. So I'll put it on. It won't work until I get this one on as well. So we'll put this one on as well. And that's the 2. We'll... After this out, we'll put half up here and half down there, keeping it this side so they can obviously get to, well, they don't need to get to there, so I could probably do this and this, take this one out, maybe take the one, this was always the anchor, this was never going to get turned off, it was never going to get anything. Hopefully when I, this is built, turn off, you are going to go back in here. No, you stupid. I need to do something about these. I know what I'll do. I've got a plan. I need to make sure. Right, is that enough to warrant to put these back in? Yes, it is. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Same here. These need to be full. Let's... I'm looking here. I've got 99 in there. Let's plant... that's not what I wanted. Plant crops. No, it's not. It's cassavas in there, isn't it? There. That's running, and now I can turn these back on. Some of these will be empty, but I'd rather have food and water. I've got water. As we see, you see what I mean? There's a couple of them that are not, these are, should be done by haulers and not. These are the new ones, which I didn't, obviously. You can't, it's a bit, you can't pre-select haulers. That's fine. That's all done. That's done. That's all done. I'd rather have these filled out than... I know it could have... does that look right? That doesn't seem to look right to me. That's only 5. Oh, it'll do. That is 5. I could have added... The one I took out, I could have probably left in, to be honest. That would have been even more, but not to worry. If I want to do that, then I'll do that. But we've got the 4 running. Well, we've got the 8 running, I should say. So that should increase the capacity of taking this out. But it doesn't... berries is going down. Berries is going down. We now got it down to 300. They're all getting there, though. They're going to start coming through. Is this? This should not be filled out. That's good. What is running that I can take offline? That could be running. I can take offline. That'll give me a couple back. Needs power. Oh, it needs flipping power. Oh, well, that's a disaster. Because these are going to be full. Oh, shoot. Right. I completely, utterly forgot about that. Get rid of this. Oh, hell's a bloody great thing there. Do that. Do that. Well, we know what we're going to do. There's no two ways. I know what I'm going to do. Engine. I'm going to put the engine in, but I can't get the engine in if I can't... there. And there. There. I don't want it close to this. I don't want it further away to... they've got to be able to get to the engine. Pause that. Dump me this in, guys. Just dump me it in. Get it in. Right, I'll get this paused. And obviously we'll build this first. It's going to take 25 gate. No problem there. Logs, no problem. Oh, it's going down though. Oh no, logs aren't going down. It's because I did increase the storage, isn't it? Metal blocks. I've got enough there. What do we need here? Just logs, and more flipping logs. And planks. So that's... that'll... if I'd have known that, I'd have built that a long time. I completely forgot that this is connected to power. And taking that into account... What's this? What can they hold? This cannot. What can I hold that's close enough? Because I don't have any storage for the cassavas. Medium, I think. Where is the cassavas themselves? That's them there. I'm going to do some more. And let's just do 600. It's close enough to that. In other words, they don't have to go that far to go get them. That's what I'm aiming for. Do our swap this round. Then no, we're supposed to be. We've got to swap all of that round because they can't get to it. That'll do for now. This could be built. Well, no. Let's get on with it. Oh, that's as a calamity, Jane. Well, we're getting berries coming back in. So the berry situation is slowly coming. It will rectify itself. Obviously, the berries are all sat here, so they can fill up from there. That's no problem. Oh, you idiot. Why did I do that? I put this the wrong way around, yeah. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I would normally do them this way. But I think you can do them from the back of that. I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. We'll try this. According to what the viewer said, he doesn't, as long as you can have them rotated like that, it doesn't make any, I don't need this one. Doesn't make any difference as long as I haven't done that as a calamity chain. Yeah, see, I've done it with this one. It's perfectly fine. Right then, so this'll obviously we need that going. The advantage now is they'll be able to get rid of all this. Let's do prioritize by haulers and get the haulers to be able to, because the haulers can take more. Ooh, we've lost one. I'm looking here. Yeah, I'm losing. I'm losing. Do not lose too many, as otherwise I'm going to have to turn off other industries to solve this problem. I can now put a line here, which will do this. I can take this line out. Get rid of this line. Like so. These need to be populated. We're going to have the same problem. We know for a fact that when I do that, these are going to populate themselves. So, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all this... I suppose with this new system, with a lever situation, we could do this by just turning the lever and it would turn the entire lot off. And then I wouldn't have to do this. Now this is going to be done. Now I can get rid of... Which two do I get rid of? Do I get rid of this outside one? No, I'll get rid of this one because it's inside. Right. I get rid of these two. This gives me these two back. Obviously, it's the same, but different. And then I'll put these back on again. We can see with the numbers up here going down. And then that'll... some will work, some will not work. But that's fine. I'm not bothered about that. As long as the water is stable, as long as the food is stable, the food is, yeah, it's going up slowly but surely. Plant crops, cannoli, do that there. This opens up this section now. You see, I can get down there. That's what I was trying to do. They've planted this already. So we'll plant that. And wait until they can put these dirty trees down. Trees are great, but they're not great when you don't want them in the things. I could also employ some mangroves and things like that, but I'm not... Yeah, see, now we've got 200. I'll employ this facility here when it isn't connected to any district. Oh no, it's not, is it? Because I've forgot to do that. That can be on and on and I got mushrooms. I didn't know you could now get mushrooms. If this isn't working, not too sure why I was blasting all this down. Well, I was going to get rid of that thing, and now I realise I don't really want this. Again, we'll do our normal thing and see if we can get this filled out. Like so. Can't get it filled out. Still not enough levers to turn on. Can this be filled out now? Nope, still can't be filled out. Come on, guys. Pull your fingers out. There's a good lot. Yes, right. Yeah, I think this is what, in a sense, what I'm doing here is exactly what this automation would allow me to do. In other words, I'd have a lever. Now, these things, I've only just seen them, you know, briefly. And you can put them anywhere on the map and then select all this to use it. And press the lever and it would automatically turn this lot off all in one go. And I wouldn't have to do that debacle. This needs to start working. It will be starting working in a minute once they've come from their break. In fact, it's got no flipping, no logs in, so they're going to have to give me them. Oh, I pressed the pause. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. We are at 1 hour and 1 minute. Now you see how intense this game can be for me. It's like I've been concentrating so much to open up every single part of this map to be able to do everything that I can think of to be able to get ourselves out of this flipping nightmare. And it will come. It will start to, you know, get there. Logs are going into there. Hopefully it's these logs. But we'll see. I do not want to just cut them. I want to cut them. I don't want to just delete them, if you get what I mean. Anyway, we are... it's getting there very, very slowly, but we are coming through. I know that this is... Well, this has got better, a lot better, than what we were. Obviously, I'll turn off this engine. Now the engine's starting. We can see now it's started to do what it needs to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. We will see you in the next one, where hopefully my crisis starts to abate. Take care. We'll see you again. Bye for now.